What's up guys, Chasing Lamely here with episode number 50 of Welcome to Wroxham, and today we have an FA Cup second round replay against Northampton with a very big third round tie on the line. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you on the other side of the intro. So welcome back, and it is time for our FA Cup replay in the second round. But first, let's just do a quick catch up on the things that you have missed from the last game that we played in the interim. So we played Stevenage, we lost 1-0, very straightforward. Bit of a rotated side, because that's how life goes. Nothing else to tell you. Let's go do what we do to Northampton, shall we? So, no big surprises in today's starting lineup, because I like to try and stick out our best possible team every time, especially against bigger sides in the FA Cup. So, striker in goal, Glover, Grist, Shipley and Linton on the back four, Lindley as the defensive midfielder. We have a brand new signing here, Ollie Ewing, who's only played one game for us so far, but we'll go and have a little meet of him. Joined us from Wycombe on a free transfer, looks decent, can do pretty much everything in the middle, which is not something to sniff at. He joined us on a free. He played in the last league game, making his debut, but he was previously playing in League One last season, played in the Championship, more League One, had some time in the Premier League as a youth teamer. Has done pretty well, I would say. He's done pretty well as a player so far, and hopefully will do well for us in the future. We've got Matthew Smith, Ben Cottrell, Jamie Gullen and Jaden Williams making up the rest of the starting lineup. On the bench, Jaden Warner, Tayo Eden, Josh Scowen, Ollie Sanderson, Joe Duffy, Zach Sturge, Terrell Pennant, Henry Jeffcott and Ryan Sturck. So we're looking pretty secure all round. So all that's left to do is for us to carry on forwards and see if we can get this miraculous home result against Northampton, which is something we very much need to achieve. And if we get it, I'll tell you who we're playing in the third round, because I already know, and I'm just keeping that stored in my head, so there's no disappointment to be had. Let's see what happens. So into the dressing room, and we're just going to do a nice go out and enjoy yourselves tonight. Hopefully that will do something. Feels the pressure has lifted. That feels good. Let's see if that carries on. We'll do a nice outstretched arms, no pressure for everyone. Just try and lift the pressure. Why not? That feels like a good plan. We'll try and lift all the pressure off these boys, and hopefully they'll start doing something good. We're also on the telly today, so we've got a tunnel interview for the first time ever. I think the first goal here will be crucial. Scoring first matters to us, of course it does. Are you hopeful of a performance today? You played the levels we're capable of. We will be fine. Both teams coming to this one in a spell of poor form. Is this therefore a good opportunity to step up and arrest your recent struggles? It's a great opportunity to shake off our malaise. That's a nice word to be able to use in an interview. In terms of starting lineups, nothing has changed from the last game. They have gone with the same lineup. We've gone with one change, so nothing overly dramatic happening. Just kick it off and see what happens. We are, of course, at home and in our blue home kit, so hopefully we'll make some more memories here at Trafford Park. So the first highlight of the game, and it's Odomayo with a free kick, 21 minutes on the clock. Straker to clear that only as far as Patterson, who has a pop from range, and the ball goes wide. In terms of things that have happened so far in the first half, keep you up to date with. Jamie Gullen has picked up a knock. Hayden Lindley has picked up a yellow card. We don't want either of those situations to get worse, so we'll be keeping a close eye on them as Rico Patterson picks up an injury, and forcing them to make a change is probably not a bad thing for us. Throw in for us now, and it's with Glover here on the near side. Cottrell picks up the ball. It's been a bit of an aggressive game so far. Linton has also picked up a knock as Ewing picks up the ball, lays it back to Lindley, tries to find Cottrell, can't find him, and it'll be Ladapo to Alofi to McWilliams. Forward to Ladapo again. We need to get back here and defend if we can, and we fail to do that. Straker gets beaten, and not really the result we were looking for, it's got to be said. We've found ourselves on the back foot again, which maybe think of replacing some of those players who've picked up knocks. They're not actually looking badly hurt. It's certainly play-throughable type injuries, but still, we've not had the best start to the game, 35 minutes on the clock, and we need to start stepping up. We're going to demand more from the boys as we can see the full extent of the injuries taking their toll on both teams right now. So it's half-time and we're a goal down, but we've certainly been here against Northampton before, and it turned out okay last time round. I'm not going to do a go out and play without pressure. I'm going to do a dig in, give what we've got left kind of thing. But this could be a good time for the big old, you weren't that bad, you can still improve, I believe in you. Kind of let's inspire the boys to put in a slightly better second half performance. Everyone's looking slightly happier, even the players such as Jay Glover who've not had a great game thus far. So hopefully we can get back into this game, get into the rhythm of it. They've been forced to make 2 early subs, which is going to help us towards the end of the game, you would hope. But, still a lot of football left to be played, and it's still only 1-0. Odemeyer now on the ball for Northampton. We need to avoid conceding another goal here, ideally. Archer plays it back to Odemeyer. Plenty of time to get a tackle in here if we try, but Alofe is through. Can we get across? We have. Shipley gets in there. Sang on the right-hand side, puts into the box, and it's been blocked by Ben Grist, and we've given away a corner, but we have saved ourselves from conceding a goal. And it'll be Khan taking it for Northampton, going into the box. Can we get this clear? We've got it clear from Shipley, only as far as Sang. Khan gets another chance to recycle it, puts it across the box. Ewing, Lindley gets brought down. Williams, though, on the board. Jaden Williams versus 5 guys, probably not the way forward. McWilliams gets the tackle, and the highlight ends. And I do have to start thinking of making some changes, because otherwise we're going to be in trouble here. There's a few players who are not doing what we need them to be doing. Throw in now with Zach Sturge, who's just come on for Lindley as a sub. Looking for Smith, finds Eden, another sub. Ewing to Williams, who will pick up the ball. It took him a while, but he will pick up the ball. Finds Cottrell, and now this is our chance to get ourselves back onto level terms. Jeffcott, who's come on at right back to Ewing. Ewing into the box, looking for Williams. Williams is there, and Jaden Williams with his 14th goal of the season. The assist from Ollie Ewing, and the big changes I've made have helped. I sent Jeff on at right back, Warner at centre half, Sturgeon at left back, Eden on as a defensive midfielder, and Ollie Sanderson on the left wing. So changes all over the park, but mostly defensively. I felt like the defence weren't necessarily doing the best job they've ever done, and it's paid off almost immediately. And if we can sneak a second goal here, we could be in a good position. Free kick though for Northampton. Khan going to put it into the box. We need to get rid of this as fast as we can. It's been headed over, and we have had another lucky escape. But hopefully now we've managed to get rid of some of the players who just aren't doing quite so well today, or were picking up knocks. We're going to be a slightly better side for the rest of the game. Throw in now for Northampton is with Thomas Sang. Throws it to Asante, but looks like he's not quite going to be able to do anything with it. Back to Sang. Sturge makes a tackle. Zach Sturge likes a little run down the left-hand side. That's going to be a red card for the tackle on Sturge. And suddenly, things are looking much more promising. Sean McWilliams gets a red card. Northampton down to 10 men without any subs to use. And we are suddenly in a very, very good position, driving forward with potentially extra time dawning on us. We could have had a very lucky break. I think we're going to do a fire up at the boys. See what happens. Can we get that second goal? It's going to be a throw-in now. Jeffcott, far side. 10 minutes to go. Is this where we get that elusive second goal? Good throw to Shipley, to Cottrell. Cottrell into the box, has a pop saved by Archer. Odomayo manages to head that wide, and we've got ourselves a corner. And who's going for it? Looks like Ben Cottrell is going to be the man to take it. We always like Ben Cottrell over a set piece. Can he produce some magic here? Into the box. Odomayo gets his head to it. Sanderson is there though. Plenty of time to pick a pass out. Hopefully he won't try and go it alone. It looks like he is. Sturge back looking for Sanderson. Doesn't find him. Or maybe does find him. We didn't see the highlight continue, which felt like an odd time to cut. Either way, we're in the final 10 minutes. Extra time looming. 10 men against us. This could still be potentially a really big day for us. I do have a feeling we get an extra sub in extra time. And in my head, I'm just thinking, how long do I hold off sending on Joe Duffy? So a chance in the dressing room then to regroup. And don't let this slip away from you now. We've been the better team. We need to show it in extra time. Is a pretty solid shout. We're going to do also a you can still improve. I have faith in all of you. Go do that. I am going to have a check in just a second about substitutions as well. But we're going to kick off the second half, see what happens. Can we get a winning goal? Throw in now with Jeffcott. He finds Cottrell. Back to Jeffcott. These two used to combine. They've been playing together for a while now. Lays the ball back to Warner. A bit of a hospital ball, but we've survived it. Ewing to Warner. back to Eden. Eden, some good triangles being played there. Maybe not the time for it, but Ewing finds Jaden Williams. Can Williams release someone here? Jeffcott to Cottrell. They're sitting very deep. Ball over the top for Jaden Williams. So Jaden Williams is through for his 15th of the season, his 2nd of the game. Jaden Williams, our perennial hero, could be about to put us into the 3rd round of the FA Cup. And now I've got that small dilemma whereby Jaden Williams is knackered, but he's also on a hat-trick. And I do still have Joe Duffy in the back of my head as a player that needs to come on. So this could be interesting decision time. Corner for us now, Cottrell over the ball. Can we make it 3-1 and really put this one to bed? Into the box, looking for Williams. Gets his head to it, and it's just gone wide. I thought he was going to complete his hat-trick then. I think that would have been a perfect hat-trick as well. But such is life. We just want to see how this one plays out, knowing I've got that extra sub in my back pocket if I need it. If Northampton equalise, it's there for me to use. Sang back to Fredrickson now, to Khan, and we are on the defensive. Sturge makes a tackle. Can we get the 3rd goal here? This is what we need, a 3rd goal just to really end this game. Sturge goes to the byline, a little bit time wasting, a little bit looking for an opportunity. Cuts inside, keeps the ball well, has a pop and puts it over the bar. And that should be half time upon us in extra time. And things looking very, very comfortable at the moment, which is good. 1,600 people here at Trafford Park as we kick off the second half. I am going to praise the boys because they're doing quite well. We need them to know they're doing quite well. Hopefully nothing dramatic is going to happen in terms of anyone picking up any injuries or red cards in this second half. I'm very, very well aware, looking at the fitness levels, that Williams and Cottrell both feeling the pain in this game so far. And I don't really want to take any gambles unless I absolutely have to, although my brain is saying, do we take off Ben Cottrell, knowing that if Williams gets too tired, I've still got Joe Duffy for the next couple of games while he recovers from this one. Throwing now with Wood for Northampton, goes very deep looking for Warner. I don't know why he threw it to Warner, but there you go. Morris to Sang. Sang with a big ball over the top looking for Asante. Jeff got there with the header. Cottrell wins an aerial battle for the first time in his life. And Ewing to Eden. Ewing and Cottrell both very tiny. I've just spotted that as Fredrickson heads it away. Sanderson will just put it towards the corner flag, just burning a little bit of clock if we're honest. Jordan Archer will pick up that ball. Rolls it out to Fredrickson. Fredrickson goes deep for Asante. Asante looking for a through ball, doesn't find it. Jaden Waller there, ready, waiting over the top, looking for Sanderson. Now he's found him. Sanderson cuts inside, beats his man. Can he go around the goalkeeper? He has! Has just taken off the line by Wallbank. Sturge, though, picks it up. It didn't go anywhere, apparently, but we've got potentially a throw-in. I don't know what was happening with that highlight there. I do know I need to do something substitution-y just to burn some clock. In fact, I think I'm going to do that right now. And I think we're going to take off Ben Cottrell and send in Terrell Pennant for the last minute or so of the game. In fact, let's be smart with this substitution. Let's be a little bit smart. We're going to try it, because we're essentially wasting time with the substitution anyway. But you never know in this game when something's going to go awfully wrong. So I'm just going to check our penalty-taking ability on the pitch. Cottrell, pretty good with a penalty. Smith, pretty not that good with a penalty. Ewing, I mean, he's better. Sturge, I feel like Sanderson, I looked at and just went, he can't take penalties at all. He shouldn't be taking them. And I think that's probably going to be where we go with this. I was going to take off a tired player, but I'm not against taking off the worst penalty taker we've got on the field, because Jaden Williams won't be for sure. I'm not against taking off the worst penalty taker we've got on the pitch and sending on the best penalty taker we've got on the bench, just to be on the safe side. So Scowen, good over a penalty. Duffy, good over a penalty. Pennant should be good over a penalty as well. Not great. Sturp, is he good over a penalty? He is. So I guess for the sake of argument, we're going to send on Duffy for Sanderson. I'm well aware Duffy cannot play as a left winger, but you know, such as, I don't even know, he can play on the right wing. Can Duffy play on the right wing? Let's have a little look at Joe Duffy. Can he play on either wing? Not really. That's fine. It's fine. It's for a minute. What is the worst that can happen? We're just keeping on in case Northampton steal an equaliser late on in this tie. Let's hit play. Let's see if anything dramatic is going to happen in this last minute. I've said it now out loud, and Archer's got himself a goal kick to Fredrickson. Northampton were probably the last attack of the game. We've changed into an all-black kit for absolutely no good reason. Ewing gets brought down. Eden gets brought down. Asante just having a dig at any player in a black shirt he can get near. Ewing goes in with a good tackle. Jeff Cobb, big ball forward, looking for Jaden Williams. Can Jaden Williams complete his hat-trick? Not from being offside, but it doesn't matter. That should be all she wrote. And we should be looking at a final whistle any second now. This should be the end of things. We just have to hold on to things. There we go. That's the full-time whistle. And in extra time, we have got a winner, 2-1. And we are going into the third round. And in just a moment, I'll show you who we're going into the third round against, because it's going to be a hell of a tie for us to come back to on Wednesday. So we've got another tunnel interview. It would have been hard to ignore the trials and tribulations Northampton have experienced in recent games. Did that background give your side a psychological edge before kickoff? Sure, we'll go with yes. Well, that was a close run thing, so I have got the win at last. I'm delighted, of course. Struggle at times, managed to pull one at the back by being up behind. What do you make of that comeback? Don't think I said a more dramatic resurrection, and that's a bit overstated, but sure, we'll love the dramatic nature of that. And let me show you who we are going to face in the next round of the FA Cup, the third round of the FA Cup. And our opponents, my friends, are Brighton and Hove Albion at home at Trafford Park. It should be a full house. It should be a great tie. Because we're on TV as well, we've just had a bunch of cash come in, which is lovely. But if this isn't a TV tie, I'd be very, very surprised. In fact, I haven't looked at the third round draw properly, but we've got to be among the better names for a third round TV tie. Surely the better games to choose. Brighton currently top of the Championship. I know that much. I mean, is there any other big game? I mean, Leeds Forest, you'd have to say, would have to be a potential TV tie. Chelsea, Preston, who are United playing? Because that's always the big question. United and Harrogate's probably a TV game. Probably Newcastle and Coventry. There's a lot of good TV games there. Doesn't really matter. Either way, we're going to come back for the third round of the FA Cup against Brighton. Seems weird saying that. Anyway guys, like, subscribe, ring the bell. I'll tell you when that game against Brighton is live for you to watch. And leave some comments down below, share with your friends, all that good stuff. Until next time, thank you for watching. I've always been chasing lamely, and I'll see you all very soon. Have a good one.